welcoming Giselle Jones.
Good morning and Merry Christmas. Thank you, Catherine. She is the ultimate champion of goodwill. And as city representative appointed by Mayor Sherrill L. Parker, it is truly my great pleasure to be here today to help shine a light on these inspired efforts to keep these beloved traditions alive. Thank you to the Philadelphia Visitor Center and TF Cornerstone for your important leadership and continued dedication to our city. Mayor Parker often reminds us that we are one Philly, a united city, and this moment is a very beautiful example of how Philadelphia comes together as the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection to preserve what's most important to our culture and our identity. Right across the street from this building, just outside of City Hall, stands a statue of John Wanamaker. On the base is a simple but powerful inscription, and it simply says, John Wanamaker, citizen. John Wanamaker wasn't just a retail pioneer. He was a true citizen of Philadelphia, a visionary who helped bring art, music, and several other things and traditions to the daily lives of the citizens of Philadelphia. He is also one of the reasons that we have iconic phrases like, meet me at the Eagle. So today, we're doing just that, meeting right here under the Eagle in the majestic Grand Court where the Wanamaker Organ stands tall as a centerpiece of Philadelphia's culture and pride. This is more than just a building. This place is where memories are made, where families have gathered for generations to marvel at the magic of the light show. And I'd like to share something very personal with you. This tradition was founded in 1955. The same year I was born. I was only a month old. So I love it for so many reasons. So for me, it's not just a tradition, it's part of my story, our story, the Philadelphia story, and a place where my parents brought me to join other families to celebrate the holiday season. The holidays are a season for giving, and even though it may be hot outside, the spirit of the season is alive and well right here in the Grand Court. Thanks to this beautiful effort to celebrate Christmas in July, it reminds us that joy, generosity, and tradition really doesn't have a season. They live in the hearts of Philadelphians all year long. In these moments, we are reminded of what makes our city so special. I hope you will join me, all of our partners, in this heartfelt effort to save the light show. So please do donate, as Catherine gave you the address to do that. Thank you to the many partners and supporters who will help us ensure that the treasured tradition shines bright for the 2025 holiday season and continues to enchant our future for generations. So I look forward to welcoming Philadelphia back to the Eagle when the light show and the Dickens Village returns in November for even more memories, more magic, and more moments of unity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Giselle. We are thrilled to have you here this morning and so appreciate the city and the mayor's support reviving this incredible cultural tradition for Philadelphians. As I mentioned, one of my first phone calls when we decided to hatch this idea was to Councilman Mark Squilla. Mark Squilla is somehow ubiquitous. He is everywhere all the time. He answers emails within seconds, not minutes, not days. And whenever you call him to say that you want to do something, he says, great, how can I help? And that's exactly what we all want in an incredible public service and member of our city council. So please join me in welcoming City Councilman Mark Squilla.
Thank you, Catherine. How exciting it is to be in this building and have Santa and Mrs. Claus here with us for this announcement. It's always great to have the Carol and Tiny Tim. Thank you for coming with the ballerina. But even Scrooge is here to celebrate the light show, right? So let's give Scrooge a great round of applause. Look. This was so exciting when Catherine reached out, and we always talked about what can we do to try to save the light show in Dickens Village. And when we first met with Jake from TF Cornerstone and then their local partner Altera, you know, how can we work together to make this place, which is really a true connection to the city of Philadelphia, right? What it means just to have the Wanamaker Building thriving and surviving. And we knew Macy's was leaving, and we knew sometimes when there's challenges, that brings other opportunities. And so the great work of Catherine, sitting down, figuring out what we needed to do, trying to find out what the resources is, even how much does it cost to run this event, right? How difficult it is to string the lights, what the efforts that it takes. All that stuff you take for granted when you see something and you don't realize what it is. But it's the partners that make it happen. And I got to say, our administration, the mayor's office, has always been there to jump in and say, how can we help make this work? Right? We know what this building means to us. We know what the Eagle means. Before cell phones, everybody would meet at the Eagle because you would have to pick a destination, right? Now, we could still say that. When people were here to hear the organ last time, you had people crying saying they would never be able to hear the organ again. Well, all we have to do is raise a few dollars to be able to hear that organ again, to see that light show, and to see Dickens Village. And that's all we have to do. We have the ability to do that. We have some great philanthropists that helped us out. But it's great, and I know Philadelphia is strong. I know Philadelphia will be there to behind it. I know all the citizens that this meant so much to be able to just donate, even if it's $5, to make sure that we have the resources necessary, not to only have it this year, right? This year, and TF Cornerstone has been gracious to allow us to use this facility this year, but then what happens into the future? How do we preserve it? How do we save it? How do we transfer it? Or whatever the outcomes of this is. We need the resources to know that our efforts are going to make this stay here forever. So not only us as kids had that same opportunity to see this, and even as adults to come here and feel great about it, but to have the next generations also have that feeling when they come through the Wanamaker Building or they make that trip into Philadelphia to see the light show and what it means to them. So I'm just proud to play a small role. There's a lot more work to do, obviously. But this team together, and you heard from our great representative, City Representative Giselle Jones, and we know Paul Stanky from the Preservation Alliance will not let us, but it's really important to have those friends group, the Friends of the Organ. These are the people that really strive to help us preserve these great legacies for the city of Philadelphia. And I know Val Gay is here from Visit Philly, and understanding what it means for us as a city, even for arts and culture, right? To understand people want to come here. When you have not 1,000, not 5,000, but 30, 40,000 people come here to see this, what a great entry it is for future retail, right? So we could preserve the future of other people seeing this opportunity, what this would look like for them as a future retailer in this location. And it's great that they're partnering to put residential above, and so that'll build density automatically within our cityscape. So I'm really excited to be a part of it. Looking forward to continue working with Catherine and this team to make sure that we can partner together to not only keep it for 2025, but for all time and for everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I also want to recognize Councilmember Nina Ahmad, who is here, who represents the entire city of Philadelphia. So grateful for Councilmember Ahmad's support of this and so many of amazing efforts happening around the city. As we mentioned, you know, this project is about traditions, it's about cultures, it's about family, but it's also about our economy, our tourism economy, our visitation economy, our small businesses. You know, this is an attraction that draws tens of thousands of people a day. Macy's numbers showed that there were, for every show, 2,000 people who came here to see the light show. For Dickens Village, up to 10,000 people a day were coming to see the Dickens Village. That is an incredible amount of people who are coming to Philadelphia. They're not just coming here and leaving, they're going out to eat, they're checking out the other attractions and the other things to do around Philly, and that is such a critical part of why we're here today. I want to thank our partners at Reading Terminal Market who joined us here today. Of course, they're seeing a lot of that traffic. You know, it's not a visit to the light show unless you go to the market. So folks from Herschel's and Famous Fourth Cookies and Bassett's Ice Cream are here with us today. Thank you guys so much for your incredible support. I want to give a shout out, of course, to McGillen's. I mean, it is impossible to even get in McGillen's when you're here for the light show, but it is a staple here in Philly during the holidays, and you know, these are the businesses that we want to support. And we are so glad to be working in such close partnership with the city's Commerce Department on these efforts to support these local businesses through incredible experiences like this one. We are so lucky to have Karen Fegley, the Commerce Director, with us here today. Please join me in welcoming Karen.
Good morning and Merry Christmas in July. I'm so proud to be here on behalf of the City of Philadelphia Department of Commerce to support this important effort. Over the past 20 years, Center City's holiday experience has grown into something truly special. From the Christmas Village to events at Love Park, City Hall, Dilworth Park, Reading Terminal Market, but it all began right here with the Wanamaker Light Show. These traditions create lasting memories, and they also play a vital role in driving foot traffic and supporting our local economy around the holiday season. Center City's holiday attractions bring in about 400,000 unique visitors each year, half of them from outside Philadelphia. And when people come into Center City for the light show or Dickens Village, they also visit our restaurants, they shop at our retailers, and they support small businesses throughout the area. That translates to an estimated $31.7 million in total economic impact for the region. It's clear to me that preserving these traditions is also about supporting jobs, small businesses, and the long-term vitality of our city. So I want to thank the Philadelphia Visitor Center and TF Cornerstone for stepping up to make sure this important piece of our city's story continues. Their leadership helps protect both the cultural and economic values of this tradition. This is what happens when we come together as one Philadelphia. We keep traditions going and uplift what makes Philly, Philly, the city that we all love. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. So there's a team right here in this building every day that deserves more credit than they often get. The Friends of the Wanamaker Organ have been a quiet force behind the curtain, literally, keeping this magic alive for decades. Not only have they maintained and restored this incredible world-renowned instrument, but they've been essential to both the Light Show and the Dickens Village, helping to bring joy to hundreds of thousands of families year after year. Can all of the Friends of the Organ please raise your hand? Round of applause. Thank you so much. Today, we have the honor of hearing from someone who knows that magic better than just about anyone. Ray Biswanger is the Executive Director of the Friends of the Wanamaker Organ, and who, by the way, is celebrating his birthday with us today. Please join me in welcoming Ray Biswanger.
Happy birthday, Ray. Thank you. I don't mean to eclipse the Savior. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Friends of the Wanamaker Organ, I'm thrilled to join Philadelphia Visitor Center in proclaiming the return of our city's most cherished holiday traditions, the Wanamaker Light Show and the Dickens Village. At the center of it all, quite literally, is the Wanamaker Organ, the world's largest fully functional musical instrument. First heard at the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, it found its forever home right here in Philadelphia. That's thanks to John Wanamaker and his determination to make his department store a place for the public to be awe-inspired. John's vision lives on for those who follow. For decades, our Friends of the Wanamaker Organ team members have worked to preserve and present this instrument and lend expertise to the light show in Dickens Village. We've been pleased to do our part to keep the magic vibrant. And today, I am particularly excited to share good news. Thanks to this partnership and the generosity of supporters, live daily concerts on the Wanamaker Organ are returning during light show season. Woo! These concerts are led by our extraordinary Peter Richard Conti, the John Wanamaker Grand Court organist. He has kept audiences here spellbound for more than 30 years. Peter and his team bring the organ alive with a surpassing beauty few can approach. We can't wait to welcome audiences back and watch them immerse themselves in the full power and majesty of this rapturous instrument. The support we receive will also further the organ's ongoing maintenance in partnership with our curators and specialists like the Stephen L. Emery Company ensuring that this one-of-a-kind instrument continues to sing to its eager international admirers for generations to come. Just 4 short months ago, as Macy's closed its doors, more than 10,000 people flooded these floors to pay tribute to the Wanamaker Organ. That statement made something very clear. Traditions matter. Traditions help define who we are as a city. Traditions permeate our very souls. I can't say enough for Catherine Lavelle for her spearhead. But wait, there's more. For her spearheading this project, the Friends taking on this organ with 28,750 pipes over 6 stories is a tall order indeed. But for her to plunge in and champion all 3 projects, that is a courageous act requiring unalloyed gumption. All of us are profoundly in her debt. And she knows how to light up a room, too. Now, on behalf of Maestro Conti, our curators Kurt Mangel and Pat Weeks, Dylan David Shaw, John Buchanan, Brian Cawley, Rudy Lucenti, and our restoration partners, and particularly the leadership of the Visitor Center and TF Cornerstone, we here formally declare that Christmas in the Grand Tradition is alive and well in Philadelphia. And we call on you for support. We can keep it that way. Yes, we can.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, and happy birthday. Thank you so much. So it is Christmas in July, right? And because it is Christmas in July, we have another special surprise. Not only, some of you might have already heard the surprise in the Inquirer this morning, not only is the light show in the Dickens Village coming back to the Wanamaker Building, but there is much more excitement on the horizon thanks to our dear friends at Opera Philadelphia, who are planning some really, really exciting things to happen over the next few months right here in the Wanamaker Building. I am so excited to introduce the General Director and President of Opera Philadelphia, Anthony Roth Costanza, with that news.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Ray. It's so thrilling to be a part of this. And you know, when I talked to TF Cornerstone when Macy's closed down, I said, isn't this a place in this moment in time, in this moment in our world, where we can all come together, we can all convene, and we can connect? And the best way I know how to connect is through art. And you might be wondering to yourselves, why an opera company? What is an opera company going to do here? You know, opera is about the coming together of so many disciplines. So I thought, couldn't we bring together every arts organization, every artist that we know in Philadelphia, and bring you not only music, but dance and art and movies and parties and, of course, some opera. So I'm thrilled to announce that starting September 7th, with an event called Meet Me at the Eagle, we are going to be presenting months of programming, opportunities for people to come in, experience the space in new ways, imagine its future. To me, opera is about emotion, it's about scale, it's about catharsis. Is there a better space to experience those things? Is there a better instrument to put it out into the space? So I am particularly thrilled to make an announcement today, which is that to support this initiative, to support 4 months of programming in this space in conjunction with the Visitor Center and the Friends of the Wanamaker Organ and everyone, we have received a gift from the Wincoat Foundation of $1 million. Thank you so much. We are truly thrilled to add that to support from TF Cornerstone, from the Pew Charitable Trust, and we are partnering with everyone you can imagine. Just a few examples: Ballet X, The Bearded Ladies, Fringe Arts, Mural Arts. We're bringing them all together, activating the space, the windows, Greek Hall. Imagine a silent film accompanied by the organ, Halloween scares, holiday music. We're bringing it all to you, and we're thrilled to partner with these incredible people and to hold up the whole community. So we would love for you to join us at this series. It's called Pipe Up, and we look forward to being here and pulling out all the stops.
Thank you so much for that very special Christmas in July present, Anthony. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see those performances in this iconic space. I want to thank all of our partners again, because this has been an incredible village that we have built in a very short amount of time, and we are so grateful to the incredible army of supporters that we've already begun to build. I want to first thank Meg Kane and her team at Signature 57, and Elisa Hill, who works for Meg, has been our project manager and has done a Herculean task of pulling this all together, and we are so grateful to everybody at Signature 57 for their work and their partnership with us. I want to thank our leadership host committee for the light show. Raise your hands if you're on our leadership host committee, and thank you guys so much for your incredible support in pushing forward this effort. I also want to thank Melissa Ludwig. Melissa's here, so there she is. I want to thank Melissa because Melissa helped bring the Dickens Village here to Macy's / Wanamaker's originally, and was really the spearhead leader behind this initiative for decades. Thank you so much for all of your support. And I also want to thank our incredible staff at the Visitor Center. You know, we come up with ideas, and we don't essentially grow our staff to make those ideas happen. We have a team of people at the Visitor Center who are the most talented individuals in the city. They consistently help us punch above our weight, and I can't thank them enough. Sudha Suryadevara, our chief of staff, Maeda Sukup, Christine Keats, all of our incredible staff at the Visitor Center. I can't thank you all enough. I want to give a special shout out to Tiny Tim for his good behavior today, and an admonishment to Scrooge for his lousy behavior. Yeah, change is coming. Change is coming. So just wait, Scrooge. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it's not good. It's not good for you. So without further ado, we would like everyone to come around and meet us at the Eagle for a little presentation. Okay, we're going to do a 3, 2, 1, and then something special is going to happen. Are you ready? I hope. If not, we'll do it again. So get ready, cameras. Okay, how about on the count of 3, we say Merry Christmas? Does that work? 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas. Perfect. Now they're really on. Thank you guys so much. All right. We're going to have some music too. Thank you, Dylan.